We've got an all-new playlist. We've got an all-new playlist. 22 plus hours of DMCA free music. It's been a busy week. I don't know about everybody else out there, but for me, it's been pretty busy. I got pretty fatigued in the middle of the week. Everything after midday Wednesday, to be perfectly honest. Not complaining, just I didn't have the energy to put on camera. Get back on stream. I have to figure a way to balance that out. Alrighty. So when we last left off, we essentially had a number of Eve missions to execute. I played a couple of missions off camera just to kind of, I don't know, mess around a little bit. I'm still not happy with the Eve lander design. Like, I'm struggling with that big time. So we may just leave that as is. Knock out the missions and then figure out a lander. Because, man, for whatever reason, I am just struggling. But that being said, let's jump into it. Where are my notes on this stuff, man? I was taking notes. Did I take my KSP notes and walk off with them? Are they buried somewhere? Found him. Found him. They were out of sight. They were out of sight. Alright, so if memory serves, we had a couple of satellites we had to launch. See if we can't take it down a notch. No, that's taking it up a notch. There we go. Let's try that. So, if memory serves, we left off with 7 Eve missions to launch. We did all the design for them. We just needed to launch them and execute. We've already gotten the 2 new satellites launched, which means that we've got 5 to go. Looks like it. I'll find a hotkey to move the Spotify list along. I'll find it. Not feeling that either. There we go. It's a little more apropos. Now, we rebooted everything. Rebooted the computer, rebooted all the routers, etc. Everything's running at the speed it should be running. So I do not anticipate any connection difficulties this evening. But we'll find out. What's first? What do we want to do first? Let's check our 2 repair satellite builds. Okay. Let's get it up there. I think our Eve satellite repair and our Gilly satellite repair are in the same mission. I think that's what we wanted to do, right? Utilizing the inventory of the command pod here. So let's just check our staging. I'm sure that we want that there. I'm sure that we want this here. That, of course, will be our last stage, the nukes. That'll pop off. Pop, pop, pop. Yep. I think that we'll probably... Oh, you know what? No. That looks right. That looks correct to me. Okay. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with this design. Let's go. Let's go. Sorry. Sorry about that. I overshot our mark a little bit. That's okay. That is just fine. That is just fine right there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. See you later, stage 1. We should have nearly 6,000 meters per second of delta V left on this craft, which should be more than enough to shoot out to Eve, do the capture, do the maneuvers for the repairs, and shoot back. At least we hope so. Because if not, that's going to suck. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll do a hard save at the transfer window before we send everything into the system. Then at least we've got the option. No. We're all or nothing on this thing. There's no real way to, like, tiptoe into it. We've launched 2 already. 2 missions already. This will be the 3rd and 4th combined. Then we've got 2 orbital rescues to launch. And I think maybe 1 surface probe. I can't remember. We'll have to check those. I think our Galley satellite's capable of landing and taking surface science, but maybe it's not. Maybe we did just 2 separate craft for that, just to keep it simple. I already feel like I should have given this one more engines, but it's a long haul, man. It's a long haul out there. Need a lot of efficiency. And there we go. Just like that. Alright, let's get the next one up. The next 2 actually are 2 orbital rescues. Hey, pretty kitty. Hey, baby girl. Alright, run away. We're gonna have 2 of these. Are we? Maybe not. Maybe we only have 1 of these. The challenge is that they're on different orbits. But I guess we can figure that out. Almost 10,000 delta V, yeah, we'll be alright. Check our staging. I am reasonably happy with all that. Yeah, that all looks good. Yeah, that all looks good. Honestly, I don't know that we need this much of a first stage, but whatever. We'll figure it out. Or the fins. We added in a couple of parts packs. Mods for space station parts, mothership parts, that kind of stuff. I'm just ready to make some larger space stations, some cooler stuff. It's a mod that I messed around with in the past, and still seems to work pretty well with the 1.11 update, so. Alright, so who are we taking here? We just need a pilot, man. We just need a pilot. I don't even know that we need this extra pod here if we're going to do it like this. Alright, save a little bit of weight, a little extra delta V. There you go. Just like that. Just the pilot. And he'll pick up his 2 passengers, and that'll be that. So it's got, yeah, it's got what it needs. Alright, launch. Nice. Real nice. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we're a little ass heavy on our first stage, that's for sure. But that's alright. This one's got a long way to go too. Let's get this guy through the upper atmosphere first. Worry about whatever else. Go ahead and punch out. Nice. I'd like to get it up nice and high, nice high orbit, and kick off this first stage before we try to go anywhere else. In retrospect, probably a lot easier to just deal with the solid fuel boosters than deal with what we're trying to do here with one large liquid fuel tank on the first stage. Alright, that's high enough. No. That's high enough. Get rid of this. Circularize. Make it happen. Ah, alright, whatever. We may kick it off anyways, just because it's an inconvenience. I don't want that debris floating around up there, but I guess ultimately it doesn't matter. Can always clean that up later. There we go. Nice. Real nice. Yeah. Pop these out. Okay. What's next? Surface Science Ghillie. I may have done a specific craft for that Ghillie Surface Science. Let's double check. There we go. I can see it. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't want this. So we had Ghillie Satellite 1A, Ghillie Satellite Repair. Did we do a Surface Science Ghillie? Doesn't look like it. Maybe it's Ghillie Satellite 1A. Let's take a look. Yeah, we put legs on it. Exactly. We put legs on it. Nice. Got an antenna, I assume, yeah. Although it's a relay antenna. Let's give you one more antenna. I just want to make damn sure you can transmit this. I like that we got a parts pack for communications equipment for antennas and stuff too. That's actually really cool. That's something that I think the stock elements of the game are missing, is a lot of granularity and configurability in their communications systems arrays and what you can do with that, sort of that component of the game. So I like seeing that. It's a fun mod. Hopefully we'll see some of that in KSP2, a little more intelligence around communication as a limiting factor rather than all or nothing. Like, oh, hey, you can talk to your probe, no big deal. And then it gets to the system where it's supposed to go. And it's like, you don't have any control. Go fuck yourself. It's like, oh, man. So, anyways, that's how I feel about it. Staging looks good. Let's get it up there. You gotta love a good probe. A well-designed spacecraft that is a probe, that is. Or, you know, whatever. Whatever you're gonna do. Oh yeah, we didn't put MechJeb on here. Alright. Well, let's add one. Just to make our lives easier. Considerably easier. Oh, those thumb pops. Finger pops. Whoa. All right, and as we wait for this one to successfully get into orbit, take a quick break. I'll BRB. So far, so good. Definitely would like it to be out of the atmosphere by now, but that's what that fairing's for. Nice. The maneuverability of smaller craft, man. It's really nice. It's really a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Cool, cool, cool. All right, I think that we're probably ready to fast forward to our transfer window for Eve. We've got them all our craft in orbit. Yeah. Oh, what is this? Oh, we had a mission in progress. Okay. Okay. We had a mission in progress to go into an orbit around the moon. Let's just knock that out real quick. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we want. Shoot around the bottom of it, loop around up top, get in a polar orbit. Nice. Okay. We're still at the V. We got... I mean, that's pretty close. We'll just make that work and then we'll adjust. No, we got more surface science. Hooray. How nice. Alright, give me a nice capture burn. Let's see it. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice capture burn. Alright, let's do some adjustments go to line this thing up. So let's add our periapsis. Wait, how do we do this? Yeah, add our periapsis. Let's try to line this up. We want it to go this way. Right? But we don't really want it to go so far out. I mean, maybe I should just align with the ascending and descending nodes first, and then do the actual circumference of the orbit, right? That's what makes more sense. Cool, good call. Man, the stream restarted again. Brutal. I do not understand it, man. I'm gonna have to switch from Streamlabs to just classic OBS because that's the only component that I haven't troubleshot. Right, that's the only component I haven't touched in this whole stack. Everything from, I mean, unless you count like the internet as a whole, I cannot figure out why it keeps restarting. I've got no idea. So regardless. All right, let's go here. That's closer. Definitely closer. Need to rein that in though. Oh, whatever. That's closer. Let's make it happen. I have to do a couple different passes for this, I believe. Slightly better. All right, let's see if we can't get this tweaked a little more. Closer, but we'll need to modify the periapsis substantially, right? And I think that we're overshooting it. So, where do they cross? Yeah. Let's try this. Try to line it up there. Let's get our ascending and descending nodes aligned, and then we'll worry about the apoapsis and periapsis. Thank you. The sound is good. That's good to know. I appreciate that. I think my major concern right now is trying to figure out why the stream randomly restarts. Like, I don't know. I've troubleshot everything I can do. I've got the router. I got the modem here replaced. I rebooted all that stuff before we started. I've got my equipment here that I rebooted before we started. So it may just be the actual software that I'm utilizing to stream out that I have to swap. And you know, that is what it is. Alright. It looks like we've got our ascending and descending nodes aligned. So let's shift our orbit here at the next pass. That's going to get us closer. We'll tighten it up. We have our apoapsis and periapsis lined up a little bit better. Right, we just got to get it close enough and they'll give us credit for it. Yeah. More technical troubleshooting, right? Like, you can't escape it. This looks close enough. This looks close enough to me on the orbit. I think this will do it. Let's knock this out. Alright, that should be our last little adjustment. Then we're going to fast forward to our transfer window to Eve and start those interplanetary missions. Cool, it's happy with that. Gotta be this one, right? Nice, there we go. Mission accomplished. And we'll leave it there as a communications relay. Cool. So, let's take a look at our transfer window to Eve and whether or not we want to take advantage of that. I mean, I guess the real question is, do we get to Duna sooner, to that transfer window, or do we get to the Eve transfer window first? I'm inclined to just ignore the Duna transfer window for right now because I'd like to do more. I'd like to do more there. We've already got everything for Eve lined up, so let's go with, let's see. Probably Eve System Orbital Rescue. Yeah, and of course we got our Sentinel probe. We'll do, yeah. 381 days it's got a maneuver it's going to do to complete that mission, so try not to forget about that one. Alrighty. So, what we're going to do is an advanced transfer to another planet. We're going to select that here within the system, right? These are all comets, asteroids, whatever. These all have like strange elliptical orbits. We'll do a bunch of probes and we'll map those out later, with the option to capture some of them and utilize them as like fuel for, you know, orbital bases and stuff, which is cool, but that's not right now. Right now we're doing this. So show me advanced transfer to another planet. Yes. Show me the capture burn. Lowest delta V. What's our transfer window? It would be 2 years, 164 days. Wow. We're bound to have a Duna transfer window before that, would be my guess. But again, I'm inclined to ignore it. So let's do a hard save and we'll jump from here to there. 334, okay. Let's make it happen. So we'll move into position for that maneuver. And actually, I'm going to kick off this first stage. I just don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to have to deal with it. You know, we got plenty of Delta V in this next stage. That one was almost spent. You know, get it out of here. Get it out of here. Don't need it. Don't want it. And hopefully it doesn't slam into our spacecraft at some point in the next 2 years, but should be fine. All right, here we go. Maximum warp. And actually, we're going to have a maneuver that we have to perform on this Sentinel probe here shortly, probably somewhere around here. So what I may do Pause this. Switch over to you. Let's have you execute your maneuver first, because you'll have to do it long before these other craft do. Yeah, 248 days. Okay, cool. So, same idea. Line up for the maneuver. Fast forward to the maneuver. What we're doing on this one is a solar orbit, right? We got to shorten up this orbit. Getting our service science kind of racking in from the various stellar bodies that we deployed it on. Trickling in a little bit at a time. Just useful. We've got 3, I think. 3 of the last tiers to unlock for our parts. In the research and development bay anyway, so. That's our mission for this. We've got to have... We set it up to have the right apoapsis. We're going to need a higher periapsis. Is that correct? I mean, we've already got the node figured out, so I guess I'm not super worried about it. Let's execute our burn. Here we go. And that'll shift our trajectory to... right there, okay. Now, my guess is that's perfectly adequate for our... Oh, I see. Okay. This is the orbit that we need to match. This is the one that's lit up in green. That's what we need to get down to. So we'll actually add another maneuver the next time it goes around, and we'll shorten this to right about there. Maybe slightly more. Where our apoapsis is... where we want it. Maybe we'll shift this over. No. That's got to be close enough, man. Alright, let's try that again. So, we need to reduce the periapsis to 11040. Let's just do it like this, because these are big numbers we're working with. Change periapsis of the next apoapsis 11040. Create that node. Alright, this is our periapsis right now. Right. Change apoapsis to the next periapsis? Is that what I want? So yeah, that's our apoapsis. So at the next periapsis, let's change our apoapsis to be 11040. Cannot be lower. Cannot be lower than the altitude of the burn, 11.16. So give me 11.17. And then we'll just tweak it, right? 11162. This is ridiculous. Come on, man. Let's do it manually. That's fine. So at the periapsis... Oh, you know what? We'll just circularize. Circularize at the next periapsis. That'll give us what we need. There. There you go. Now it's telling me that it needs 450 meters per second, and we may not have the delta V for that, and that is immensely disappointing, actually. Ugh. Will it get us close enough? I don't know. Whatever. Let's try it. Let's try it. In the meantime, we'll jump back to our E craft. So that's the challenge with telling, you know, 5 or 6 or 7 craft to jump interplanetary at the same time, is that, you know, the stock game doesn't really allow for that kind of level of maneuver. So 1 year, 208 days. Yeah, no, we're fine, actually. We're fine. So let's find out what happens with this probe and we'll jump back. Various asteroids, various comets showing up on our radar. Some of them getting pretty close, actually. Very close. Hopefully we can get close enough on this. Come on, little guy, give it everything you've got. Nice. That's plenty close. It's plenty close. It's fine with that. Nice. Now it's just going to pass around. It's going to map asteroids, and that'll be that. I'm assuming. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Easy. See, fly. It just bounced again, man. It's got to be Streamlabs. It's got to be Streamlabs. Maybe if I alter the resolution on this, maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. So just to make sure that we're looking good, let's go ahead and create this node again. Okay. So it did an adjustment for us. Is it a better adjustment? It looks like it, because we actually get an encounter this time instead of a close approach. So let's consider that an improvement. And we're going to have to do this for all of them. So it's important that we get it right. Actually, hang on, stop. I don't want 100 kilometers necessarily. Let's forget about our capture burn. Let's just get our intercept going. I think my volume might have dropped out. Can you hear me talking now? Because I know the stream keeps restarting because Streamlabs, I guess, is having some kind of issue that I haven't been able to figure out. So it likes to cycle. Can you hear the music or can you hear my voice? Fat action figure? Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. And by torqued, do you mean like it's too loud for you or it's not working for you properly? No audio. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Weird. Well, the levels say that it's going out, but I mean, you know, who knows with Streamlabs? Who knows? All right, I got 38 days for this one. No audio, man. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't understand why there's no audio.